Okay, what's up guys? We're gonna look at CBAT Energy Technology. I won't go through like what the company's about or why it's um, hot. I'm just going to, because everyone's talking about it. Everyone's talking about energy stocks after SPI went crazy. So I'm just gonna show you how I would have traded on it, and basically first of all, I do not like the fact that this this stock rose from 1.3, what is that in percentage? 1.31 to like 3 or 4? Like, this is not a good stock for me because I'm long on everything, right? So, yeah, this is horrible. So, look how much it rose. It rose 100%. So, it's not horrible. It's actually a really good stock for sure. You could have made a lot of money on it if you were just going long. Whoa, 136. Okay, so what tends to happen is uh, I guess these are called gappers because what's happening is it has gapped up by the beginning of the day, and then what happens is the stock will fill the gap. Like the market will fill the gap. So short sellers sell it until it almost reaches its previous level. Of course, it didn't reach its previous level. It reached almost, like I'm talking about the previous close. It will, if it's a really good stock, it won't reach its previous level. It will stay kind of up. So this actually went to 20% of its previous level. 30? 30%? So 3% more than its previous close. So that's how I kind of would have traded on it. I'll show you what I mean. So for example, let's start it. So this is market opening. I just would have watched at this point. I'll turn on my best basis indicator and to show you some stuff. Okay, so this looks like a very good place to buy, and the reason I say that is because you only have the downtrend hitting the bands twice, so it's a very weak downtrend. So it is, I mean, like, this is kind of consolidation, but this is, I guess, what I would refer to as a very weak downtrend, especially by the negative trend that parabolic SAR is showing. So you have a really nice uptrend and then you have a very weak downtrend. So this is an amazing time to buy in. So you buy in because you notice that it stopped hitting within that period of time. So you have like 15 and 6%. And look what happened if you had bought in. Boom, you would have made a ton of cash if you went long. Then it starts to get worse. So the downtrend, it gets much worse. So from here to here, much worse. You have it, it hits the bottom of the bands 8 times, and the hit is pretty significant. It's negative 17% from just one bar. That's huge. I wonder if that's coming off the top too. I don't think it is. No, I don't think it is. Is it? Let's double check. I just want to see here what's happening. That's odd. I don't know why it says negative 17%. That can't be negative. Is it? Could it? Oh wait. What is this? That's only negative 6%. Either way, it's a downtrend. Who cares? And plus, it's during pre-market. Okay, so stock actually uptrends a bit after that. And then what really throws me off actually is the fact that it's saying 1, 2. It only hit the bottom bands twice. And I don't know when this is. This is still pre-market. Okay. Okay, well, I think it'll start to hit a lot more. So, so people short it, as you can see. It's going down like crazy. And we want to find support, right? There is no support. At this point, the support level just keeps falling. It's decreasing support levels. So this is not a stock you want to go long, so you want to short this stock. So moving on. Now, I personally would have waited until at least the price has reached somewhere in the ones, because you can see here it's 1.32, and what's cool to actually see is the downtrend is much worse at the beginning, and then it gets slightly worse each time. I mean, slightly less worse each time. So it's creating like a parabola upside down. Like it's almost like a, you know, just like that, but upside down. So it's a trough. And then this is actually because the negative spikes are getting less worse, you suddenly have a support, because now the support will hit a bunch of the prices. So let's watch what happens. So now there's like an increasing support. So here there was a decreasing support, now there's an increasing support. So it's safe to buy in over here. But you'll still want to respect your own rules. I would say do not buy at this level unless, I mean, actually I would say buy in at that level. The only thing is you have to be careful, because this is generally, you know what, I would say yes, it's okay to buy at this level, because the reason is, so I've created this Ichimoku cloud on my graph, alright, on my chart, and the chart is showing that the resistance is getting worse. So Ichimoku cloud is really thick. Then when it gets thin, it tends to change trends. So if you're gonna buy in the cloud, which you're not supposed to do, at least do it when the cloud is getting really thin and the price is inside the cloud. So for example, price got really thin, the cloud got really thin over here, and the price went in the cloud. If you had bought there, then you can sell at all these other nice spots. Let's take a look at another one. Okay, price is in the cloud and it's getting thinner and thinner. Okay, buy. Boom. A lot of people bought. Again. And it always, I mean not always, but generally vice versa is also true. So for example, if let's say stock is going up, and so this is the stock going up, okay? And no, actually that's slippage. But what I would say is, if it's going down and the price is in the cloud, you could sell here and it would go down, and you could buy at these other places or whatever. But you see my point. So just a rule of thumb. Oh, here it happens here. So let's say you got in here and you're like, oh, I don't want to experience a downtrend, so you sell it. You sell it like right here, and the reason it's okay to sell there is because it's a lot smaller. I've purposely made these green because I want to make sure that when I'm in an uptrend, like a really serious uptrend, then I want to be able to buy when it's green. So for example, like this is a solid, I guess a reliable uptrend. This is for a reliable uptrend, this color. So when it goes here, boom, you can buy, you can sell, you can buy, you can sell, you can buy here again, you could sell here again. So I would say this is like a very reliable, it's not a strong uptrend, but it's a reliable uptrend. And then, alright, so, okay, moving on. Okay, another thing is the slope. The slope is a lot less worse here. So if I saw 19 and 1, I might actually, where did I see 19 and 1? Let's see. So slope goes from 23, 9, 7, 10, 1, 17, 9%, 13%. It still hasn't reached kind of like 5 level. I think 5% for slope is a really good, like you can see it right here, negative 5%. If you had bought anywhere from like 0 to 5%, I find that's a good sign that the trend will change. So if you had bought here or here, that would have been really good. So the trend is changing, and obviously you're going to have some really, I noticed that when you choose a stock, when you're choosing a stock and you're looking at the rise that it had, let's say during pre-market, this one had a rise of about 100-something%. Another one, a previous video I did, it was, what was the stock? ticker was Voxel. Was it Voxel? No, it wasn't Voxel. It was what was it? Let's see, where am I? SGBRX. No. I lost my train of thought. Okay, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I was doing another video on another stock, and what did I want to explain? Oh, I ruined my whole video. No, I didn't. What did I want to explain? Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, the percentage. Okay. Yeah, so the percentage did not. It wasn't that big. So if you pick, let's say, a stock that rises 2% during pre-market, at the end of the day, it may rise like 3%, or not even. It could go down like 2%, 3%. But if a stock goes up significantly during pre-market, then there's a good chance that during the day, it will go up in a similar manner. Just like, because most, not all, but a lot of these stocks, they do fill the gap. So then they will go down just as much as they went up, or they will go down significantly, and they'll want to move either higher or they'll want to move high. So you'll still get a nice chunk of whatever trend you're looking for. So if you're looking for a downtrend, you could probably get it just because it went so high. If you're looking for uptrend, you could probably get it because it dropped so much. So yeah, that's what I wanted to go over. Okay, sorry about that. I'll have to get the name of the other stock. What was it? Anyways, okay, so it's at 2.28, and because it went positive, like try to get it at one of these points, you know, like even if it was like less than 10%, in a big downtrend. So maybe even here would have been decent, you know. It was 5%, boom, you buy in, drops a bit, who cares? That's okay. So, I mean, you guys won't see these numbers, but I would say use your brain, look at the slope. If the slope seems to, I would say look at the drops. You know what? You don't have to have my indicators. Just look at the drops. If the drops are vicious, then the downtrend is strong. If the drops are less and less vicious, then the downtrend may be ending. So for here, there was 2 drops. That's a bad drop, okay? Then it starts to go down a bit, then it has another vicious drop. Then it goes up a bit, then it has a less vicious drop. Okay, this is maybe a good sign to jump in. Don't jump in right away because you want the drops to actually totally disappear. Wait it out if you can. Like, that's what you know what? Okay, so let's actually go back to what I said because it's very logical, okay? You do want to get in, let's go long at the end of a downtrend, right? Obviously. So if a downtrend is really strong at the beginning and it gets less strong at the end, you have to identify where it is less strong at the end. So this looks like it's going up, and then that looks great, right? It could be done, but it drops again, okay? And then let's take a look at the percentage. So slope is negative 7%, so that's a huge drop. I think for vicious drops or cumulatively vicious drops, I would say stay the heck away from a stock. So this is a vicious drop. This is going up. You can see it's going down and up, down and up. So it could be the end, right? Well, it's a vicious drop, so absolutely not. Then it goes down again cumulatively. That's just as bad as that. I wouldn't jump in. Then the vicious drop is getting less vicious. Okay, that's cool. And now it's just like a really small drop. You could try to get in and under the cloud, right? We want to go long under the clouds and sell over the clouds. So we'll buy in here at 1.97, and then let's play the video. All right, so that's a pretty pathetic uptrend, which is not a problem. I think it'll still rise. I didn't pay attention to like the end of the. Okay, so whatever. It's a wavy stock. Okay, so just hang in it. So we're hanging in it, And already we can see that there's support level at 1.97, and now there's a new support at 2.11. And let's see how big, like, notice that the downtrends got really vicious at the beginning, and then they got less vicious at the end. And this uptrend has been small, and then let's see if the uptrend also has a kind of like mirror effect. So let's see. Yes. I mean, would I stay in this stock? I don't know. I'm not showing you where I would have gotten in my trades. I'm just trying to make sense of where going long would be good. I'll tell you right now. Would I stay in? Absolutely. And I'll tell you why. Main reason is this. So you have 3 drops, okay? And you have 7 ups, so jumps, whatever. And by that, I mean it's touching the bands. And in an uptrend or in a downtrend, like right here, see how it says 19? That means the bands have been touched 19 times, the bottom bands. So when you see this, when you see it, you'll understand it's a really bad downtrend. You may not want to jump in just when it starts to go up. You may want to wait for another downtrend. And if the downtrend is weak, that means, okay, downtrend is over. Like, downtrend is over. It's going to come up again. So if it was really weak here, and it looks really weak, there's only been 3, I would get in anywhere around here. That's my logic. So now it's gone up a bit, and it's starting to go down a bit. But then MACD, the slope, it's sloping up. So I would have, well, I don't know. We can get in right now. Let's see. Like, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure based on this, I would either 1, wait for it to hit one of the bottom bands again so I can get a nice price, or 2, just buy when I see some level of support. I already know that there's support at this level, and the support is rising. So you have a price here, you have a low here of 1.97. You have a higher, support of 2.1, and now you can kind of estimate where it will be next. If it's 2.1 here, and it's 2 over here, that means you're multiplying it by 5% to get the next support. So 5%, 1.05 times 2.1. So I'll just use a calculator. 1.05 times 2.1 is 2.2. So the price here was 2.25. So it doesn't have to be exact. We could jump in, we could wait. I would jump in. That is my, where should I wait? What should I do? What would I do? I would honestly wait until I get a really good price. Let's see. Oh, did you see that? It was a little too fast, but I did get some better prices. So, and I'll tell you the reason I waited. The reason I waited was because rate of change was under 0. If rate of change is under 0, it's in a downtrend, okay? It doesn't matter. Like, it's too bad for you. It's in a downtrend. Rate of change is so powerful at, like, finding downtrends. So now it's starting to go up. I would have bought when I saw those flashes. So it was like 2.1, and then it went to 2.24, 2.24. I would have probably, let's say, bought at 2.24. And I will buy at 2.24 because it's hit 7 times. It hit 6 times over here. Downtrend is a little weaker. MACD is sloping up. And then let's see what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure it will go up because I already looked at the chart. No, but honestly, like, I still think this should go up. Let's see. I've kind of like lowered the speed. Let's see. I don't remember the chart, so. See, now it's hitting highs. And it's 11. Okay, so 11 is really 11 at 6%. That's many times it's been hitting the highs. Oh, actually, this is just a continuation from before. I won't sell it, although I would have tried to sell it at 2.49 because I'm in at here at 2.28. So let's keep playing it. And I really want to catch some fluorescent because oh, I just remembered. So very important. Try to sell when MACD is going to hit the average resistance length. Okay, so important. Like, you want to maximize your gains, you got to do this. And I mean, it's not going to happen all the time, but it will happen in a strong trend. As you can see here, strong downtrend, it went way past its average like downtrend. This line is the average downtrend support level. So you can see that on average MACD goes roughly this level. Okay, so you can expect to buy here, and you can expect to get an amazing price if it goes much below. So 2.3, you would have got an amazing price. It's far below the level. And then I want to get a really good selling price right now. So I'm going to hit play. And I'm going to use my patience, even though I don't have much, to get a really good selling price. I would have sold it like right here. Awesome! It was working. Yeah, man. And then another thing is like, I don't know. I don't know whether volume will reach another new high. You know, that's kind of pushing it. And what I would do is I would pay attention to slope. Slope is only 3% here. Either one, it's going to pop really high, or two, it's just going to fall. So I would take my profits around here and I would just run away, and then I would be good for the day. Because take a look. So that was a good trade. Whoa, what's going on? What is going on? Bar replay mode could not be reconnected. Did my internet just... Yeah, I think it did. Okay. I think that's the end of the video. I honestly didn't like this stock. I didn't want to like talk about it just because I didn't like the trend. Even though it was a hot stock and everything, I don't think it went up the rest of the day. And not only that, like, I didn't like the trend in that it was already really high and then it was just going lower. So when it's already really high and it's going lower, I feel like I mean, I have to correct myself now, because previously I thought that's not a good stock to be in. But the bounces off of a support of a stock like this are worth it. So I would say find the support, buy in, and then sell when it starts to jump up. A lot of people took profit from where I took profit, or short sold. I'll press play and I'll show you what happened. What happened was it dropped like really hard. So what happened afterwards? It just continued a big downtrend. And I'll hit play. This is supposed to symbolize a downtrend, by the way. This green cloud that's shrouded in red. The reason it's red here is because this is a good time to sell during a downtrend. And that makes total sense, because if you had bought it in here, 2.45, and it's trending down, well, it's supposed to be trending down. All the indicators are telling you it should. Then you should, except for MACD, then you should sell right here. And what happens? That was a decent place to sell. It was totally a decent place to sell. Again, okay, people who think that they're gonna get, you know, 100% return on a stock that's appreciated 100% during pre-market, you're dreaming. It's not always like that. Sometimes for sure, but not always. In fact, you have to be ready for a stock like that. Like not like you have to be ready for the gap to get filled. Maybe it's possible. So that's why I really like spikes like this, or even just a very gradual low rise. Like, that's not too bad either. So That's the one trade I would have done on CBAC or CBAT. I wouldn't have touched it anymore, and that was good enough. I really nailed it, I think. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and peace out.